Hello everyone, welcome to Professor 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia and I'm with you with the specific area of JIB CIB English Medium. So this is our YouTube channel where we are talking about everything in detail regarding our JIB as well as CIB. Today I'm gonna be there with you for the specific area of what went wrong in the CIIB ABFM examination. There were certain things that definitely we got to know from all the people who are with us, right? So although all the specific bankers who had given the examination recently in this particular attempt itself, the examination was on the Sunday. So when we talk about that specific area, that what exactly went wrong in this examination of ABFM, before I proceed further, everyone, please share the session, like the session, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay. First of all, when we talk about the ABFM examination, ABFM is a specific subject which has numerical part as well as theory part. That part is definitely there. So when we talk about the examination, there we have both the areas. Good amount of numerical area, good amount of theory area, and gives you a good boost even whenever you are preparing for this examination. It gives you the growth to look forward to balance A and D pure theory, B plus C pure practical. So give that particular examination, do more of theory if you're a theoretical person, do more of a practical if you're a practical person, and then balance it out and get it cleared. Till now, this thing was happening almost every time we had looked forward to, especially all the specific bankers who had been with me in this particular. When we talk about ABFM, now ABFM was introduced last year. It was introduced in actually 2022 December. They said that they'll be coming up with this specific area, and ultimately the book was introduced in January, I believe, right? So since that particular time, almost 4 times the examination has happened, but there was something which went definitely wrong this year. Especially in this particular attempt, there were people who said that they were not able to clear. One of the major and the solid reasons was, see, if you are preparing for CIIB and especially these complex subjects like BFM and ABFM, and you look at the specific area, ki, pata hai, I will just prepare from the last day marathons and it would be good to go. That particular approach is pathetically wrong. Reason is that in this examination, if you are not serious about the exam, it is very difficult to clear it because they are making the examination difficult day by day. And if anybody says ki, Arey, it is very easy to go for the examination, don't worry, everything is gonna be fine, this thing will not work for you. So please make sure when you're preparing for this examination, you are open to this part, that whenever you are preparing for this examination, you know that the examination can be easy, it can be difficult. There is no specificity in terms of the learnings, and we should be open to that fact ki, dekhe, I have to prepare properly. Anyhow, that's one particular part for sure. Then the next part that we have here in this specific area is what exactly there were other things that were definitely not predictable in terms of the examinations. What were they? Statement based, normally questions are asked. We did that particular part even in the marathon and even in our mini marathons. Statement based questions were very much expected that these kind of questions would be there. The problem arises when there were multiple 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3. There were long statement based questions. That led to a situation that anybody who haven't practiced it properly, they would have faced that it is too much time consuming to read all the question and then go for what is right and what is wrong and then pursue further. Ideally, even the case studies introduced were quite more now. Matlab, we expect at least it was like around they had 5 to 6 numericals. Okay, so if I go for all the numericals, taking it 2 marks each, so you have got 12 marks of numerical. Rest everything was theoretical, but in the theoretical portion there were many case studies. So if I talk about the case studies, we expect 60% of the paper to be plain and 40% to be minimum case studies, and then in the remaining 60% you will also find the specific area of your numericals as well. What did they do? They gave without option numerical portion. That was one of the major problems. I was preparing all the bankers who were with me that please prepare your this part properly, because what happens is in the examination they can definitely give this part ki whenever you're going for the examination, the particular issue that can arise is that in the examination they might skip the options in the numerical part. That is one particular, it is very easy that you solve the question and then write the answer. So this is one particular portion which also went wrong in the examination for many bankers who were not prepared for it. Then comes there were questions. The questions were terribly lengthy as well, as per the bankers who had given the examination, that the particular, see, statements are longer. So what happens is it takes a lot of time to process the question. It takes a lot of time to understand the kind of question it is. Once you have done with that particular part, only then you can proceed further. Na? So this also creates a lot of trouble, that if the options are extremely lengthy, and at the same time the time consuming portion definitely takes away the specific freedom that you are having in terms of solving the paper. Okay, it basically makes you difficult to finish off the paper even, right? So that's one particular area. And what has happened is the questions have now tougher language. So this is one particular thing that is there, since it is getting difficult. So if the question is difficult, understanding the content became more troublesome, and ultimately one particular thing that happened was the tough language led to lack of understanding in exactly what the question wants you to do. Then there were indirect and ambiguous questions as well. This thing also happens. Giving direct questions would simply give you the source from where the question is coming. Giving an indirect question will definitely baffle you up in terms of the examination. So when we talk about this area, you really need to be opened up towards that area, that there might be some indirect questions, there might be some ambiguous questions. So this particular thing you should prepare when you're going for the examination this time. Okay? Then we have the increased focus on theoretical. Now, as I told you, hardly 5 to 6 numericals were there. Overall, na, hardly 5 to 6 numericals were there. Rest everything was theory. Rest everything was completely theory, everyone. So that means if it was theory, that too was taken from the practical part. Anything which has a practical aspect, they converted that practical aspect into a theoretical area and gave it in the examination. So this also create another level of trouble for the people who are going for the exam, right? Because when you're going for the examination and they do not provide you that kind of clarity ki what exactly the question is asking, then it definitely becomes way more difficult, isn't it? So theory oriented paper, but based upon more of the content was practically extracted, converted into theory. And when we talk about the case studies, there were a lot of case study based questions. That is what even I know, that in the examination, from the review that I've got, a lot of MCQs were based upon a case study. And since there were case studies, so it was again time consuming, because there were multiple questions which were connected to one particular era altogether, right? Done. So when you're preparing for this examination, be open towards at least this part, that what kind of paper was asked and how to pursue further. Acha, this is what went wrong. Everyone, what can be correct? One of the particular time consuming problems were lengthy case studies, multiple calculations were there because case studies were introduced, and lack of time management. If you have lengthy paper and a lot of technical languages to be used, technical questions were there, so obviously one particular thing that will happen is lack of time management. You will not be able to complete the paper in the way you want. So this particular thing also happened. What is the key takeaway from the specific area? What do you get out of this specific area? See, if I talk about the takeaways for everybody who will be going for the examination after this, first of all, please make sure that you have proper quick notes for all the topics that you are dealing with, in terms of the topics which are extremely important. Based upon the previous examination, we always tell that this particular part has been asked in the previous examinations. Please prepare that part properly. So quick notes are definitely required. Second is focus on conceptual clarity. Do not focus on same MCQ can be asked, same thing can be there. No, when you are preparing for the examination, go for conceptual clarity. When your concepts are clear, and if everything and anything in the examination becomes way more clear to you. And everyone, one more thing to take away from this specific area is go for the mock testing, because if you are not going for the mock testing, you will not understand the level of the examination, which is pretty scary for the exam overall. Okay, so all these things should be taken care of. And everyone, if you haven't started with your studies yet, or you couldn't clear it in this time and you are thinking that you should start, then I would suggest you that you should start early. Because the point is, from this examination, what you get to know is that it is very difficult to do the particular topics by the very end. All of a sudden, if you have to do, that can become a lot of troublesome thing. Since the examination is having a lot of, I would say, it has a lot of content to study. JIB, CIB is never an easy peasy thing, right? So see, this is the specific area, everyone. This is our JIB, CIB working. So if you're looking forward to it, today is the last day for our sale. So if you're looking forward towards our sale, hurry up as the target batch is out, and at the same time increment batch is also out. All you need to do is click on the area of buy now. Don't forget to use the code Y 541, and currently you can get up to 80% discount plus 1% extra. But everyone, this particular thing is going to end soon. So please make sure when you are preparing for the examination, you are buying our courses right away, and that too at 80% discount plus 1% extra if you are taking up our app. So please, first of all, download the app and then get the specific courses there. Anybody, if you are preparing and then you look forward towards your CIB, why CIB Mahapack, you get everything: bilingual, English medium, the marathon classes, even our revision classes, and even the crash courses. Every year we are bringing up all these specific areas all together. You can look forward to it if you prepare properly. Then what you can do is you can take up the full course and then continued by the revision portion, so that you can prepare directly through us for the examination, है ना? So I think CIB Mahapack is one particular area. Even all the specific optional subjects are also included in this, where they can look forward towards their preparation of rather not one, not two, but all the optional subjects. And you will find those optional subjects in our Mahapack itself. You don't really have to look forward to those subjects separately. Okay? Chali everyone, I hope this particular session was helpful. If it was, then please go ahead and share the session, like this session, and subscribe to the channel right away. And all the very best for your remaining examinations. BRBL is left, and we'll be talking about the further topics very soon. Thank you so much, and please, everyone who is watching the session, please share the session, like this session, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you, and bye bye.